Hello, everyone. Today, I come to you with some very interesting news. My colleague and friend Juleep has been from r/lesbian gang and from Reddit itself. And we will be going into why today. Go ahead and start us off, Juleep.
Hi everyone. For what exactly happened, I've been banned from Reddit for 3 days and then the lesbian gang subreddit for 7 days. And I'd like to review the reasons why this happened. First, gotta preface this by saying I am limited to how I speak on Reddit. I made an attempt to circumvent Reddit's insane censoring. Obviously, did not do that great of a job as I've been banned. And now, onto the content and the reason for my ban. I responded to this comment and chaos ensued. I guess Goldie can go ahead and screen share the first link. I need to state it clearly. I am a gender critical woman. I'm not a radfem, but do agree with some radfem points. I don't care if someone calls me a turf. It doesn't offend me because people resort to flinging the term turf, expecting that will silence women. The topic of this Reddit post is, what's the silliest thing you've heard a non lesbian say about lesbian identity? I came across this comment that said lesbian or the term gold star is a turf dog whistle. I responded by trying to insinuate that the term gold star lesbian is very much associated with being gender critical. You cannot be a gold star lesbian if you don't know the difference between a male and female. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And as we can see, that comment got 172 downvotes.
Yeah, that really surprised me. But then I'll mention this later on in the episode. Um, that I really I remembered why I left Reddit in the first place. So I want to give some more context. The history of pro Gold Star lesbian discourse started in the late 2010s on Tumblr. And, you know, the term Gold Star lesbian originated a long time ago, like probably in the 90s or the 80s, but the pro GSL discourse didn't start until the late 2010s. And that was started from gender critical Gold Star lesbians. How do I know that? I talked to one of the first pro GSL accounts on Tumblr. If you're a part of the GSL community, you will have heard of an account called Regina George. She's literally a pioneer in pro GSL discourse. In her words, quote, I've never encountered a pro GSL who wasn't gender critical. I don't know where these people got the idea pro gold stars are unrelated to gender criticals, as everything I've read queers say about the term gold star lesbian before is that it's an exclusionary evil turf term, end quote. That's just one popular pro GSL Tumblr account. If I scroll down the GSL tag on Tumblr, every single popular post is from a gender critical gold star lesbian. If you go on Twitter, it's the same on there. There's not many active pro GSL accounts on Instagram, but go on there and they are also owned by gender critical women. I'm also part of the GSL space or community, and every single pro Gold Star lesbian I've talked to is gender critical. Now, we do have some self hating ones. I like to call them turfs in the sheets. They know they find males repulsive and would never get with trans women because trans women are men. What they will do is preach to other Gold Star lesbians how transphobic we are. Last thing before I continue on, I forgot what it's like being on Reddit. I forgot that Reddit has a higher ratio of men compared to women. That's very different to Tumblr and other socials I use. I also forgot how pro trans Reddit is.
If you guys didn't know, I'm pretty sure one of the top people on Reddit is this guy named Cedar Wolf. He's like a super popular Reddit trans woman, and he like runs all of the trans related subreddits, I think. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's behind some of the actual administrative stuff as well. But I think that's a good reason why Reddit is so pro trans because of him.
And I knew Lesbian Gang was a little better than the other subreddits aimed towards Willow Woman. In my 1 month of being back on Reddit, I came across accounts LARPing as Gold Star lesbians, and they're either men or date males, aka They're not gender critical or lesbian for that matter, and refuse to accept the differences between a male and female. You have no right to use the gold star lesbian term. You are a LARPer, you're a fetishist, you're decrepit, you're ugly, fat, and you probably stink.
Damn. Wow. This is just another thing. They like to always steal everything that's related to lesbian. So first they take just the plain word lesbian, right? And so then they call us gold stars. And we're like, okay, fine, we're gold stars. And then like, actually I'm a gold star because I only date trans women. A trans woman is a male. The top requirement to be a trans woman is to be male. Don't ever forget that. Lesbians don't date males. So you're not a gold star, you're not lesbian. And wow, gold star and lesbian is literally the same thing. So just go away.
Now, I got into trouble for trying to share my opinion that the term gold star lesbian is very much associated with being gender critical. I don't mind getting banned for that. If anything, I feel more motivated to be open on our socials about being gender critical. If you're a long-term listener or supporter, you will have known that about us anyway. Actually, the thing is, we used to be more we used to be more open about it, but we were worried that our accounts would get deleted. I was worried, but
Doggy style. Damn, I didn't give a doggy style. Damn, if my account got deleted because I don't give a fuck. They're not women. They're not men. They're delusional. That's what they are.
they're not men.
Trans women are men. Trans men are women. Okay. Period.
And that's just one of the reasons I got banned. The other reason I got banned is because I responded to this comment. And if you could go ahead and click screen share the next link. So this account says the constant hatred towards bisexual women in the sub is disgusting. No bisexual woman will not always prefer a man. No bisexual woman will not all leave you for a man. No bisexual woman will not all treat you like a man. Generalizing literally millions of women because you've known a couple assholes is not acceptable. You just sound misogynistic. And I responded, and I started with, they've done studies on bisexuals, and majority of the time they end up with men. And she responds,
I want to say it. Then she goes, no shit. It's easier to find a straight man than it is to find a bi or lesbian woman. There's more of them. And that's besides the point anyway. Because nothing justifies the seething hatred y'all have for bi women. It's nasty and it's misogynistic. And then
I respond with, I don't hate bi women. I just don't care about them at all. That's called indifference. I don't think other lesbians should feel bad. They don't give a shit about women who date like they're men. And I love being in my les for les relationship. And continuing on,
this damn thing goes on forever, y'all.
She responds with, okay, I care about all women. And I respond, that's nice of you. Now care about lesbians and leave them alone when they're trying to speak on their real experiences dating bisexuals. And,
Cattle Batty.
Yes. And Cattle Batty responds with, I got to go back.
Okay.
You're literally
responding to a lesbian and they're speaking about their concern about misogyny, ally, painting all women with an identity with a broad stroke. You can't love your relationship, acknowledge it, the reality of the lived experience differences, lots of bi women and lesbians, and yet not be so shitty?
Girl, you sound crazy.
These people are crazy. I sound like them.
True. And then I respond, woe is me. Imagine calling lesbians misogynistic for complaining about the piss poor treatment they get from homophobic women and men for that matter. Blame the people treating lesbians so poorly. Y'all make me sick. Lesbians don't go onto dating apps to unicorn hunt. Lesbians don't go into bisexual spaces and try to silence them. Cattle Batney continues, I blame the people treating the lesbians badly. I just don't also blame every other person who shares an identity with someone who's treating them poorly. Some disagreeing with you and pushing back on a public discussion isn't silencing. Hope this helps. And I respond, the person treating lesbians badly in the scenarios I listed all have one thing in common. they're bisexual. Who is saying every bi person in the world is bad? I never said that once. I'm saying stop trying to tell lesbians what to do and how to speak on their own experiences in life. Hope this helps. Cattle Batty continues. This is quite a long.
It just goes
Yeah.
on and on.
She continues with,
oh my god. I'm not doing either of those. Discord is a public forum, and underline of belief isn't either of those things. Also, not gonna lie, I laughed a bit at your cognitive dissonance of, I'm not saying all bi women are bad, just that the bad women are all bi. Sure, Jan.
and I responded, I never said that either. Good God. There are bad people in all sexualities, including awful. And then, I edited it to add awful lesbophobic bisexuals LARPing as a lesbian. And I shall.
And then she goes, wanna explain the first two sentences of that comment then? LOL.
Well, first of all, indifference is not hate. I just don't care about them. That's not hate. And maybe it is the opposite. Like, they say the opposite of
hate. No, love?
The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Yes. Is that what they say?
Yes.
But anyway, continuing on. Oh, they removed my comment. Again?
Wait, you had something?
Yeah, so that comment was removed, but then I appealed the removal.
And now it's gone again.
Yeah, and it's gone again, but let me go onto my account because, yeah, they literally just removed it.
Again? Like right now?
I think so.
When?
Oh. Continuing anyway. The comment that I left was, you're dating a male. I have nothing further to say to you in regards to lesbian topics. Wow. Yes, because that cattle batty bitch is dating a man.
Damn.
Okay, actually I have it right here. The reason I responded the way I did is because I don't consider lesbians venting about bisexuals misogyny. What I do consider misogynistic is trying to tell lesbians to essentially shut up when lesbians are trying to share the awful treatment they get from bisexuals. This can range from bisexuals being unicorn hunters, bisexuals in lesbian spaces, bisexuals preferring men, but claiming they prefer women, bisexuals barely even being attracted to women, among a ton of other things they've done specifically to lesbians. Stop trying to be a white knight for bisexuals. Now, on to Cattle Bratty. I looked up this person's comment history. They are not even a lesbian. This person is dating a male, and ironically proving my point that bisexuals cannot respect lesbian spaces and boundaries.
It's like every time in these little publicly online lesbian spaces that you try to bring awareness to how, bisexuals sometimes treat lesbians, they'll be like, you need to shut up. Like, why are we talking about this? This group is so biphobic. Like, you guys are so misogynistic. Like, why can't we just bring light an issue that people face? But it's always like, oh, shut up, don't talk about this. That's the thing we're trying to tell you. You can't go and be like, oh, you can't talk about this, because that's stupid. Like, we can talk about anything we want if it's the internet and it's free. Like, but because of websites like Reddit that always put their stupid rules on everything, it makes it completely difficult to talk about anything useful. And so it's just people telling each other to shut up. And then when you look for the stuff that people are telling people to shut up about, you can't find it because everything's deleted.
But that's why I don't prefer Reddit, and I'll say this later. But when I got temporarily banned, I did repeal my ban and no longer have a ban on my account. That said, I've decided to no longer comment on Lesbian Gang or even Reddit for that matter. If you received a DM or chat from me and want to respond, I will not be checking my inbox. Actually,
God, I'm so glad she's not checking that shit no more. I don't know what the hell is going on this subreddit, but almost everybody who has the gold star flare is dating a man. So that is hilarious, and I'm so glad she's not gonna talk to you, Jose.
Yeah, some of y'all. I looked at the comment history, and some of y'all are not right in the head. Anyway. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please like and subscribe. We probably will never get monetized, so if you can help, Goldie has a buy me coffee. And If you'd like to connect with Gold Star lesbians around the world, please DM us on Instagram. No finstas are allowed. There is a verification process, and you have to be 18 and older. I want to share that the server is super diverse, like women from all over the world. The main language is English, but there are all types of language speakers in there, or different language speakers. Um, we don't just talk about lesbian related topics, though that is a popular subject on the server. My favorite channel is the lifestyle channel, and that's where we discuss anything related to life, like fashion, food, travel, gym, and stuff like that. We're looking for Gold Star lesbians who really value connection with other lesbians. We meet up in real life with women that live close by, and we're also planning a UK trip or meetup for the women in the UK later this year.
Thank you all for listening to this crazy ranting episode or video, whatever. But to Reddit and to Cedar Wolf, get fucked. And fuck lesbian gang. And I hope y'all get banned, actually. It's what you deserve after all of this shit. Haha. Take that what you will. Talk to you another day. Bye, bitches!